tonight, Hack Arizona 2. Let's get another round of applause. All right, so tonight, we're going to start out with a little social media. We're going to have some prizes going on throughout the opening ceremony next hour. So if everyone has Twitter or Instagram or Periscope or Snapchat, if you follow our account and post or join the Snapchat and Periscope and post with hashtag HackArizona, by the end of that opening ceremony, we'll randomly choose someone to win a Raspberry Pi, what's the other one? Arduino, and a bamboo keyboard. So let's invite our social media team up here right now. We got Arik on Snapchat. We got Amir on Periscope. Sammy on Instagram. Woo! So if you see them throughout the weekend and you want to join in on the story, make sure you find them and get in front of that camera. All right, so we have a very special announcement. Our Director of Logistics, Bo, was actually shipped out to Morocco in the Navy 2 weeks ago. So overnight, Dylan Walker, thank you so much for helping us out the past couple weeks. He took over. So to send Bo a little bit of love, we're going to send him a Snapchat and open up the Periscope for the weekend. So on the count of 3, let's test it. Let's say, "We miss you, Bo," and then we'll do the real version. All right, 1, 2, 3. We miss you, Bo! Perfect. All right, we ready to go live? Awesome. You want to get in the center of the stage? Sure. Let's do it. Once a year, why not?
Well, you guys have actually broken Periscope. I can't even get on it.
That's a good thing. Let's send Bo our love with a Snapchat. So on the count of 3, we're going to say "We miss you, Bo." And I don't know what time it is in Morocco, but couple hours. But he'll get this, he'll feel the love, and we'll have a good weekend. So on the count of 3, we miss you, Bo. 1, 2, 3. We miss you, Bo! Yes! Woo! We miss you, Bo. All right. So this next guest, the chief organizer of Hack Arizona, his name is Ian Tracy, and it just happens to be his birthday. So how cool would it be? I know you don't want this hype. Come on, come on. How cool would it be if we sing him happy birthday? A couple verses. Come on, come on. Let's raid the roof. Come on. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ian. Happy birthday to you. Woo! Let's give him a round of applause. You're up. You got this.
So I think asking for like a down low intro was definitely the wrong thing to say. Because that was the opposite. But so I just wanted to first off and say that throwing an event like this is obviously logistically challenging. And with Bo being gone, and I'm really glad we were able to send that message to him, it made it even harder. And this team has really had to pull through to make this thing happen throughout the 9 months of plannings and hours of conversations we've had about it. So please give them a round of applause. They're the people that So this is kind of a unique time. It's our second event, and kind of living off of the hype of the previous one, we really wanted to figure out, okay, how can we do more? How can we be better? How can we move faster? And being the insane students that we are, we volunteered to do this again and to do it even bigger this time, which may or may not have been a good idea depending on if you enjoy living like a stress-free lifestyle. But that's kind of besides the point. And when we originally came up with this concept, we thought of the concept of 2x, right? So how can we not only just incrementally improve what we're doing, but double it? We all have a short amount of time here. We all have a short amount of time at U of A as well. And trying to make sure that we kind of double our efforts and double down on what we're doing is really important and a mission that we really believe in. When we first came to U of A, we saw a huge problem where students didn't necessarily feel like they could share their ideas and talk about what they were building and kind of dare to fail. And that was a huge problem. And I was lucky personally to know an amazing amount of people, or amazing group of people, that really cared about talking about ideas and sitting up on rooftops and theorizing, a next app they could build, or a next business they could start, or a next idea they really wanted to follow. And I feel like it would be a shame if any student came to university and didn't have that exact same experience. I think we're getting Slack notifications. And so we really worked on how do we improve the equality of the event so that we can reach more people in a deeper way and a more diverse audience. So what that looked like is we kind of put our money to where our mouth is, and we paid for organizers to fly out all across the country and meet with the top organizers at the top hackathons. So we did CalHacks at UC Berkeley, Penn Apps University of Pennsylvania, YHack at Yale, Hack Harvard at Harvard, and we met with them to see how they were thinking about the problems and addressing and implementing their own strategies to come up with the problem of student collaboration, of student willingness to fail, and these sort of mission statements that we're trying to do here. They really resonated with the idea that we're trying to build a world-class hacker culture here in the Southwest, and we don't want New York City and Silicon Valley to have the same fun, or have all the fun, and we feel like we can really do that here. So we did that this year. This clicker has stopped working. Here we go. Besides that, the other thing we've done is we want other people throwing hackathons. We've open sourced, or we're going to tomorrow, our entire software stack from registration to acceptance to mentorship and hiring that will allow other people to throw events just this scale easily. We've also integrated some new sponsors in the pipeline that you might not have seen on this campus before, who really believe in what we're trying to do and want to be a part of that. They want to be part of a new future on campus where students feel like they can take their creative energy outside of the classroom and they're not bounded by an assignment or a lecture. And so, this clicker's not working yet. And so, I know this is going to be a really crazy weekend. I'm really excited for it. This is amazing to have a turnout like this and be able to speak in front of you guys. I look at that as a real privilege. But more so than that, I think we have a problem in the tech industry of working on killer products, right? Clicks per view, VC capital, high evaluations. But we kind of lose the people aspect, right? And all the people that are building these killer products are really great. And I think more so than worrying about your app or a prize or a sponsorship prize, while that's great, I think what's more important is recognizing that whether you come and you write the best code ever and you have the best idea, or you write awful code in the middle of the night, hack Red Bull-induced coma. I think focusing on the aspect of learning and taking that risk to fail and being willing to fail and try new things and push yourself outside of your comfort zone is the most important thing. And so I think this weekend we're really celebrating people more than technology, even though they're kind of intertwined. And I'm really proud to be behind that mission statement. And I welcome you all to Hack Arizona. Once again, my name's Ian.
Thanks, Ian. If you see him tonight, give him a happy birthday hug again. All right. This next person is a very special speaker for us. We're very honored and privileged to have him here. Aaron Matus. Aaron is a graduate of Arizona State University. We won't hold that against you. It's totally fine. Where's our ASU hackers? Where are they at? Represent. That's pretty cool. There we go. I don't know what that sign was, but it's cool. So Aaron earned his MBA from the Kellogg School of Management at Northwestern University. In 2010, Aaron was honored with the school's Distinguished Achievement Award. He has been named one of the Valley's most admired CEOs by all of his employees and by the Phoenix Business Journal for Outstanding People Practices in 2010. And Business Leader of the Year by the Arizona Business Leadership Association in 2008. Jobbing.com has been recognized 3 times as an Inc. 500 fastest growing company. So let's all put our hands together and raise a big welcome for Aaron Matus.
We're all the devils. Forks up! We love Wildcats too. What an honor it is to be down here. This is such a great event. You guys excited to hack this weekend? Yeah. So Ian asked me to talk about risk-taking and willingness to fail. So I started a software internet company back in 2000. It's been a while. So if you've started a company, you've failed, right? It's what happens. You fail a lot. So this is just kind of a highlight of my failures in my life. Some of them. So A little about me. So you guys know about me. Nick mentioned a bunch of this. I'm the founder and CEO of Jobbing.com. How many of you have heard of Jobbing.com? Yeah, like the first time I did that in 2000 when no one knew who we were, like one person raised their hand, and it's kind of been fun. We built a really cool company, passionate about connecting employers and job seekers together. We had our name on an arena for a really long time. We were the smallest company in North America to do that. Was that a risk? It was a huge risk. It's a huge monetary risk, but it was a chance that we took to say, hey, we want to build a big brand. We've been around for a while. We've been on, I think, 500. We've done a bunch of stuff. I've been lucky. I've been blessed. I have great employees that work for me. At the same time, like, life is a journey, and I want to talk about some of that stuff. So, you guys know what that is? How many people have ever seen one of these in real life? This is a TRS-80 Model 1. This was my first computer that I got in 1980. You have to kind of go back in the 1900s. And this had, guess how much RAM? 128K? No. 64? No. Those were the Commodores. 16 freaking K. Wow. What do you do with 16K? I don't know. So that thing over here on the side, you know what that is? It's a cassette player. Why is it next to the computer? That's actually how we used to load stuff onto the computer. There was no hard drive, there was no disk drives. We'd like press a tape and it would go screech, and you load stuff. This is how I learned BASIC. I was blessed. My parents believed in me that said, hey, computers are going to be important in the future, and they spent $2,000 in the 80s to buy me this silly thing. Yeah, that's nuts. And what we learned is that my second computer, we bought boxes and we like put motherboards in them and we shoved RAM in them and they never worked. Today's different. Today's so cool. But the idea of talking to a hacker conference is cool to me because I'm gonna watch a video.
You're really into computers, huh?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Dialing into the school's computer.
How many of you have done this? I will say, do not try this at home.
I don't think that I deserved it. Do you? Already done. Do you have a middle initial?
K, Catherine. These are my grades.
How can anybody get a D in home ec?
That's none of your business. Can you erase this,
No,
please?
it's too late.
What are you doing?
I'm changing your biology grade.
No, I don't want you to do that. You're going to get me into trouble.
No, nobody can find out. There, you just got to see. Now you don't have to go to summer school.
Change it back.
Okay, what movie was this?
War Games!
War Games! Somebody seen War Games? What a great movie. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's on YouTube now. You don't have to get the VHS tape. So that movie came out and it was this big inspiration. They hacked and started thermonuclear war, which is probably a bad thing to happen. If you don't do that this weekend. I remember my favorite thing is after that movie came out, I spent about a week writing a program to kind of screw with my friends. And I brought a floppy disk to school and I took it home on the bus and I said, hey, I just stole this out of the office, let's go on. And I took them in my computer and we put a disk in and we played and I actually faked this whole thing that I was logging into the school and changing his grades. It was like my favorite thing ever. And what I learned from that, and I thought of this as a kid, is like the future belongs to those who can make computers do what they want. And I learned that when I was young. How many of you know this? If you don't know this, well, you're probably not in this room. I have a very biased group of people here. Computers have changed, right? Today, it's drones, it's mobile, it's all this crazy stuff today. Computers just is this stuff. It's the Internet of Things. But this is still true. The world in the future belongs to those who can make these computers do stuff. I meet people today and they tell me they're social media experts. You know why they're social media experts? Because they use social media. Are they social media experts? No, that's like saying I watch movies, so I'm a director. People today have access to all these computers, all these toys, but they're not the ones who can make them do things. And that's what's up to you guys, and it gets me super excited. This picture, pixelated picture of me, because it's really old, I'm in the back. This is a bike team I was on, and I want to put this in here because this idea of risk-taking and failure that you wanted me to talk about, like how do we get people to push past this? I put this up because this was an epiphanistic moment in my life. I was 14 years old. I came down here to ride the El Tour de Tucson. You guys know what the El Tour de Tucson is? It's a big crazy bike ride that takes over this town and you ride through washes and stuff. And I was 14. I started riding in June. A bunch of my friends said, you should go do this. I'm 14 years old. I'm like, oh, this is crazy. And I jumped in. And they said, to do the two things. Stay at the front and eat bananas every 25 miles. Okay. I got written up because I finished in 12th place out of 2,600 people. At 14. Why?
Bananas!
Bananas! No, I had no freaking idea. I had a big dream, and the idea, that naivete, I didn't know what I couldn't do. No one told me that I couldn't do it, and I did it. And that idea has stayed with me my whole life. People will tell you, and I'm telling you guys this because you're all younger than me, right? Well, there's parents in the audience that aren't, thank God. Hey! Most of you guys are younger. You're young. People will tell you, you can't do this, you can't do this. Bull! Can you cuss at U of A? Yes! You can do whatever you want. And the fact is, if you believe you can, you've got a much better shot at doing it than if you can't. So, first lesson is dream big and be naive. Model for risk-taking. What is failure? Failure is kind of this horrible F word. I want to get back to this. It's a state of condition of not meeting a desirable intended objective. Maybe viewed when we move this into Keynote, we lost some words. That's a failure of a slide. Is failure bad? No. No! Yeah? You think it's bad? It's not that bad. It's not that bad. I was reading an article the other day that said there was a school in New York and they sent home this paper to their parents that said, here's your child's report card, and if you want a better report card to give to your kid, let us know. We'll give that kid an inflated report card so they don't feel bad. Oh my God. If you fail, learn from it. Failure is just the opposite of success. It means you tried to do something and you didn't get it done. It doesn't kill you. There's only one time that it'll happen to you once, all of you, where you die. That's bad failure. Every other failure is just an opportunity, and I hate the word failure. It's an opportunity. It's an obstacle. It's something that's out there. And you guys this weekend are going to be building stuff. Guess what? Things will break. Things will not go the way you want them to. That's just an opportunity to learn and an opportunity to be your best. So here's a little model for handling failure. When we brought this in the Keynote, it kind of messed it up. So, 3 things, of which I have one on the slide. 1, you got to have the right perception. You got to view things properly, that like the world isn't going to fall apart if you break things. Second piece is be bold and take decisive action. And the third piece of this is you got to have will and persistence. And I want to talk about how this has kind of worked in my life. I wrote this when I was 23 years old, like all 23-year-olds. I had a dream, and I said I wanted to be CEO and president of my own company. I want to be a successful industry leader, and I want to have an employee group that loves what they do. That's what all 23-year-olds want to do, right? How many of you want to have your own company? Why? Sounds cool. That's right. You have no clue what goes with it, but it sounds cool. Like, I have no idea. CEO sounds cool. He gets to make decisions. Yeah, I like that job. I didn't know what it meant, but I had a dream. And I wrote this down when I was 23 years old. I still have this. It's been like spilled on and ripped and other things, but I still have this little note. Because you got to have a vision and you got to have a dream. When I talk to students today that come out of school, there's so much of this, I don't know what I want to do. How many of you know what you want to do? That's good. You got to have a direction. If you don't have a direction, you will go nowhere. You'll just go bouncing everywhere. Even if you change your mind, go 100% towards something. And then risks have to come in to be aligned with that. But my idea here, I was naive when I said I wanted to be a CEO. I had no idea what that meant. It's kind of hard. Building a business, How many of you tried to build a business? How many of you have built a business? It's hard. Things will go wrong. You've got to deal with employees. Employees, I got a whole team here. They're great some days. Other days they drive you nuts. You got to deal with products that don't work. Things happen. But being naive is beautiful. I got a job building houses. No, I got a job as an HR director when I was 26 years old, 25 years old. I was an HR director of a construction company, 700 employees. I was so excited to do this. I graduated my degree. I was smart. They were construction people. I knew better than them. They needed culture and values and all this stuff. And I came in and said, I'll do this. All good. A year and a half later, guess what happened? I got fired. They didn't really fire me. Kind of came in and said, you know, this just isn't really going the same direction we wanted it to, yada, yada, yada. And I left. Guess what I did? Did what? Opened my own company. No, not yet. I got mad. It was their fault. I blamed them. And I learned something through this. My first gut was, it's their fault. Here's the reasons that they didn't understand what I was trying to do. And I was wrong. The difference in this is when you're doing something, you've got to take responsibility of how does it affect you and what did you do wrong in that circumstance. Because if I would have done something differently, I could have made that successful. How many of you have been fired? No one ever wants to say they were fired. Honestly, you got to get fired. You got to take risks. You got to put yourself out there. David Black got fired today. You don't want to get fired? David Black got fired. Yeah, he was first-year coach and took the team to the finals, and then he was 30-11 leading the East. I mean, it's tough. He's coaching LeBron. That's hard. Is being fired in sports a bad thing? You just go on to the next thing. Why is being fired in real life bad? Because you don't make millions of dollars. Well, you got to learn from it. My issue is, what can you learn from this? And it took me a while to figure this out. And I'll tell this next story on this. My next job, I got hired to move to Arkansas. Arkansas, home of President Bill Clinton. I actually got offered a job with Rural Metro Corporation. I thought it was going to be in Scottsdale. They hired someone else for Scottsdale, and they said, hey, we should move you to Searcy, Arkansas. And I said, okay. The first time I went to Arkansas, I was in a U-Haul and I drove by that sign. Big risk. I had no idea what I was in for. I was in a new industry, but a couple things I did differently that I want you guys to understand. One is I took big chances to get outside my comfort zone. Like, would you move to somewhere you've never even been? Why not? I had nothing to lose. It was on my mission. I wanted to build something. I traded, and this is a big lesson, I traded responsibility for money. They gave me an opportunity to do stuff, which was way more important to me than how much money I made. And the moment they told me I could do that, I jumped at it. Second thing I did, I'm going to work for an EMT company that does, you guys know what Rural Metro is? They do fire stuff and they do EMS. At the construction company, I failed because of one reason. I did not get the respect of the people who built houses. You know why? I didn't know how to build a house. I didn't know how to get up there and frame. So when I told them, hey, we can do this better, they looked at me and said, you're just a punk. And you know what? They were right. Sadly. So when I went to Rural Metro, I did something different. I moved to Arkansas, and for 4 months, I spent 3 nights a week and all day Saturday, and I got my emergency medical license as an EMT. And I applied what I learned when I failed at my other company. I became an EMT. Did I have any desire in my life to be an EMT? No, I didn't. But in order to do good HR at this company, I was the only HR person who actually was also certified as an EMT. And being able to apply those lessons matter. And that kind of work helped, and I took bold action to make that happen. This is the picture of our company, Jobby.com, in 2001. We were small. We were quaint. I had hair. That's me right over there, right there. I wanted to start a company. I love the idea. I was in HR. I love the idea of putting employers and job seekers together. We came up with this idea. I launched the company. We started in December, launched our company in February 1st, 2000. Why didn't we not do it on January 1st, 2000? Y2K! Do you remember Y2K? The world was going to come crashing down. So I figured that was a bad day to start. So we started February 1st. I had 9 people. And 2 weeks after we started, I realized there was a problem. I didn't like working with my own team. I hired a bunch of people that I thought had experience doing sales, but they missed one thing. They had no idea how to start a company. They kept looking to me for all the answers. And when you start a company, do you know how many answers you have? A couple, not many, just a couple. And I realized I needed a change. And it took me 3 weeks of sleepless nights saying, what am I doing? And the risk I had to take was I had to start over. I'm a month into my own company starting. We have sales, things are moving. I went in one day and fired 6 of my 9 people and rebooted. These people I hired after that, and most of the people in this team worked with me for over a decade after that. Now, it wasn't their fault. I'm not blaming them. I hired the wrong kind of people. I hired people who I thought had experience, and I needed people who knew how to start a company, which was a completely different thing. But I had to take action to do it, and that's hard. You got to understand what happens if you succeed and fail. Making that decision was really hard. But I understood, like, if I kept going in this direction, I was not going to succeed. And what was going to happen if I made a change? All I was going to have to do was start over. So you got to be able to take those risks and trust your gut and your perspective. And then failure lesson number 2 here is take discipline, bold action, and own your mistakes. And you guys this weekend will be fixing stuff. You guys will be having problems that go on. Own your mistakes. Try to figure out how you can take responsibility for making whatever your project is great. You have other people on it, but you guys have to take responsibility for it. And my final fun failure, what's this?
Sad.
Sad. Very, very sad. This is the recession chart, the unemployment rate. Between 1996 and 2012, we were growing awesome. We launched in 2000. Life was fantastic. I was like walking on air because everything was wildly successful. We raised a ton of money in 2006. We recapped the company. I made my original investors tons of money. Everything was great. We expanded because that's what you should do. And then guess what happened? Oh, crap. The marketplace imploded. Did I have any idea this was going to happen? No, most people didn't. The reality is there was no other solution than to go aggressive. Now, when it happened, did it stink? Yes. Was it the worst 3 years of my life? Absolutely. But look, bad things happen. Sometimes they're in your control, sometimes they're not. You've got to have perspective on it. So many people bolted. I was one of 15 companies that was funded, private equity funded between 2005 and 2007. I'm the only CEO still standing. This is because I took action. I laid people off that had been with me for a really long time. Because if I didn't, guess what? Someone else was going to. I built the house. I knew how to take it apart. That was hard, but you have to take responsibility to do it. And then the second piece of this is the failure lesson. The ideas that I have, you got to have the right perspective. Did it kill me? No, we just failed. That's all. We expanded, we crashed, but it didn't kill us. What it gave us is an opportunity to reinvent the company, to go to our clients and say, what can we do different? We've now, in 2012, we launched a software company that we never would have launched before. We've got huge growth happening, a completely different product line, and the business has changed. All because we said, look, we're not going to give up. We took discipline, bold action, and we've had will and perseverance. And being able to say, look, we're going to keep going no matter what, doggedly. People look at Apple as this huge company today, and most of you see it as this wonderfully great company. You know how long they've been around? For a really long time. They've had huge up and downs. You know, we're talking Cisco's gone through huge changes. Companies that live a while go through lots of this. And when you're young, sometimes you have a short sight period of time that if it doesn't happen right away, let's bolt. The difference is, if you're going to have really great lives and great careers, you've got to figure out how to change yourself, not just the circumstances. You can't just run away from stuff. And I think one of the reasons I've been successful in this is I've been able to have that perseverance. So, there's a quote, which didn't make it over in keynote. The quote is, everything can look like a failure in the middle. Everything can look like a failure in the middle. There's a corollary to that, which is, everything can look like a success in the middle. So have perspective. Realize that today it might be great, and guess what? Tomorrow, it's going to change. And tomorrow it might be not so good. If you keep at it, it's going to change. Be able to have that perspective. And again, I wish you guys an absolute wonderful weekend. The future belongs to those who can make computers do what you want, and you guys are that crowd. So congratulations, have fun, kick some butt, and you guys, thanks for having me.
Thank you for that fantastic keynote. I think the broken slides was kind of part of the learning from the failure. Next time, we'll get it next time, I promise. All right, so next I want to bring up Brittany. We have a lot of fun activities, and she's the director of activities throughout the weekend. So let's give a round of applause for Brittany.
Hi everyone, I'm Brittany. So I am the director of activities for the weekend. So my area of expertise is basically giving you guys a really well-rounded and fun weekend. So you're not just stuck on your computers the whole weekend. So we have a lot of cool activities. I hired a comedian. There's a hypnotist tonight. Yoga's on the wall tomorrow morning. We also have a sensorium. It's this really cool thing. I really don't know how to describe it. You just have to go see it. It's in the basement. Definitely worth checking it out. Sounds sketch, but it's really not. And yeah, we'll also have a lot of activities popping up, so we'll just be texting you guys. So if you have, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, want to take a break, just come stop by. And also for the schedule, just go on to hackarizona.org/live, and our schedule will be up there as well. So have a good weekend, everyone. Bye.
Thanks, Brittany. All right, so this next speaker, Ms. Karen Williams, I'd like to say thank you, and on behalf of our team, this event could not be possible without you and the library support, as well as the University of Arizona support as well. So thank you. Let's give a round of applause.
Thank you so much. I have to say I am really inspired at this point in time. I just wish I knew how to code or something like that so I could hang around. I could just hang out here, huh? I do have to say, slight aside here, that one of the values we have in the libraries is to take risks. And then we have another one that goes alongside it that says celebrate failure. And my colleague Travis here is going to take back your inspiring talk, because I freaked a lot of people out in the library by talking about taking risks and celebrating failure. So we're going to go back and do that. And I do want to say welcome to you. Last year, the first time of the hackathon was crazy planning it. 400 people attended. It was thrilling. We loved it. We're so glad that you guys liked it well enough to come back again this year. Science Library is ready for you, as is the rest of campus, I think. So I think that would be great. Have fun. I, by the way, plan to come back on Sunday to see what you guys have come up with. I did that last year too, and it was great. I have one more hat, though, that I'm wearing tonight. I'm lucky right now. Not only am I Dean of Libraries, but I am the interim Vice President for Information Technology and Chief Information Officer, which is a very long title. And we are running a program on April 14th. It's called STEAMworks. STEAM is science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. And the point of this program is to encourage to reach out to students who are in high school and reach out to students who are on our campus but are undeclared so far, and pique their interest in science. We would really love some of them to join us in the world of science. And what we really need are exhibitors. Okay, so we need you students who are here today, whatever you create, if you think you would like to exhibit it, please log on to the website. I'm going to leave these here so that you can do that if you want to. And put in your application, and then bring along whatever it is you create and exhibit it, because we want people to see how exciting this can be, and we want to sign up more students to work in the sciences, arts, math, engineering. Okay? Thanks very much.
Thank you, Dean Williams. We really appreciate your time tonight. Next up, we have Director of Logistics, Dylan. Where are you? Somewhere? Over here. All right, so let's give a round of applause for Dylan. He came in last minute, and he did an awesome job this year, just like last year.
Hey guys, who's excited to be here? That's really great because we just spent 30 some odd hours planning this event, getting it set up. I just came from the Science and Engineering Library. I literally hopped off my golf cart and jumped and sat in that seat. We're really excited. Things are still getting set up over there, but you guys, in your bags, there's a card, And on that card, there's a schedule as well as a floor plan, a little layout of what floors have each thing. So check that out, and you guys will be well informed as you enter the Science and Engineering Library. There are many floors of hacking, so you can take up any perch you would like inside of the Science and Engineering Library. Please do spread out. The teal shirts that you've seen are all volunteers. If you have a teal shirt on, stand up, you guys. So these teal shirts are volunteers, and they'll be here throughout the entire, amazing crew. They'll be here throughout the entire weekend to answer your questions, take care of your concerns, anything that you need. So they'll be putting out snacks, etc. But if you need them, you can find them. They're in the bright teal shirts. Just a quick note about the Hypnotist and Comedian Show. All of our activities, besides these two, are happening inside the Science and Engineering Library. The Hypnotist and Comedian Show are actually happening at Main Library. So for those of you that know what that is because you go to this school, please help our out-of-town guests get there. And there'll be plenty of people helping you to get there if you're interested in attending that. But just for those of you that know what that means, please do note that that is actually going to be in the Main Library. Food will be out at 8 p.m. So this will end at about 7:30, hopefully a little bit earlier. Head over there. We're going to mob over to the Science and Engineering Library. It should be a fun time. You'll go in, get set up, and then you'll come back out for food at 8 p.m. Yeah, I think that's it. Travis? Hack. Yeah. I'm going to bring on my esteemed guest, Travis, esteemed hacker, Travis, for some additional information.
All right. So I have my own. Thank you. Okay, we're good. Okay. I have my own slide, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay, there's two things before I get into what I was going to talk about. Can you guys guess how old Ian is today? He's 21 today, and he's here. That's awesome. It's a great day. Also on food. So one thing we've learned about going to all these hackathons is that the food is not so good. They often have like just takeout Chinese or really bad pizza. We have restaurants coming here to give you food, and it's delicious. Lots of money spent on delicious food. We want you to feel good as you're building stuff. Very important. It goes into this theme that Ian was talking about for people and projects over prizes. Like other hackathons do, they'll spend $10,000 for a grand prize winner. We want everyone to have a great time and highlight everybody. So in that regard, we have moved the venue for the judging and project exposition into the grand ballroom. It is a massive venue compared to last year being the collaborative classroom, which is simply a hacking space, and also Raytheon will be there. It is now open to the public, so there will be, in addition to all of you, there will be people that you can invite, your family members, people from the community will be there to check out what you guys built, and that's going to be great. It's going from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. And another addition to, on the live site. Yeah, so that's it.
Thanks, Travis. Hackarizona.org/live. That's a live site. All right, next, Dylan. All right. There we go.
Cool. So I have the really great privilege of introducing our next guest. How many of you know what a provost is? Okay. So that's good. That's good. The provost is really important. But prior to becoming provost, Dr. Comrie came to the U of A in 1992 and has held a number of different positions. We're very excited to have him come speak very briefly and welcome you to the University of Arizona for those of you that are outside of our university. And for those of you that are here, please relish in the greatness because we do have our second in command of the university here. So please welcome Dr. Comrie.
All right, thanks so much. This is awesome. The electricity in the room, or the electrons in the room, I guess we should say for you guys, it's just awesome. And by the way, when we have this hackathon about 15 years from now, maybe it's only 5, this will be largely a photonics exercise, so you were really prepared. You're going to come in here and really old and tell these stories about TRS-80s. I had one of those. I programmed it basic because I'm how I like to program. And then later on, I was like, Unix and all the rest. I said, what the heck is this stuff? Anyway, I have a bit of technology here that was pretty innovative right around the time of the TRS-80. Actually, I got two of them stuck together. Two little yellow Post-its. You must know the story of innovation behind these Post-its. You know, when I shout out how they work? Little tiny little globules of glue on the back, so you can stick and re-stick, and the little balls burst every time, and you can reuse them multiple times. Big innovation from about the same decade or so as the TRS-80, I think. And just emblematic of the kinds of things that are like the duh ideas that when you try to solve a particular problem, for number one is solving it, but number two is getting it to be useful, because the person who invented this at 3M tried 1,000 different ways to get what he was doing understood and couldn't find the right way, but he persisted. And that advice you heard from Aaron, by the way, was awesome. It applies so much. A great mentor once told me life is an adventure, and that was pretty much the risk you're taking, either the risk, the reward, the take the leap, all that stuff. It's really true. So I wanted to just do two things here tonight. One is welcome everybody here, including the ASU folks. Welcome all the Sun Devils. And everybody else. There's a serious rivalry. Just those who are not from U of A and ASU will never understand. But while you're here, in all seriousness, you are all honorary Wildcats. So Wildcats are our mascot, and all Wildcats have an attitude. And that attitude is you may have heard U of A people say, bear down, right? And so if all U of A folks in the room, if I say go Cats, you all say? Bear down. Right, and it's an attitude. It's about when the going gets tough, you kind of grit your teeth, you make it happen. And you're going to have a lot of that this weekend, especially if it is on that Red Bull fuel, 4 in the morning, whatever, that you're trying to fix. So, yeah. So I will be asleep, just saying. But I wanted to give you some sense, of a welcome. So welcome everybody, and remind you about how we bear down here, and welcome you to that spirit while you're here. And second, just give you a flavor of the kind of innovation that goes on in this university, just so that you know, for the folks who are here, as well as for those of you who are visiting. So the U of A actually has a whole big thing like a strategic plan that people like Provost worry about a whole lot. But ours we can encapsulate in the 4 key words of that plan, and those words are very active. Engaging, innovating, partnering, and then the cool ones, synergy. And so innovating is in the middle of what we stand for, our plan, and that's what you all are doing here today. So it is just not about the new discoveries that we have. It really represents the research and creative activity we do, but it's not just about the discoveries. It's about us committing to new ways of discovering and creating stuff. That is exactly what you are doing here. We also have other kinds of innovation, the sort of innovation you've heard a lot about, right? We have cool tech, cool ideas. We spin off companies. We have a lot of students who help in spinning off those companies. Often it's their ideas. And you can't imagine the really cool stuff that comes out of here. Probably one of you is going to invent something here this weekend that's going to go places. Universities are like that. They're just awesome to be around because of the people with creative ideas. So the other thing we innovate in is the student experience. Actually, even in this building. And you were in one of the early pilot collaborative and interactive classrooms last year. I was hearing you talk about that. That pilot, thank you Karen and company in the library for doing cool stuff and going bold and saying, we don't need books and journals in the library, we need a classroom with weird teaching styles we don't even understand yet, and a bunch of very cool professors and students in there. Well, it's worked. Now we have 10 or 15 of those classrooms. It was a big, bold, very cool idea. We're getting fame and fortune from all over the world about that. So we really care a lot about the student experience. And not only is it in the classroom, it's also in the real world. We have a program here that every single student gets real-world experience as part of what they do. So you kick the tires on the ideas in class, and then you go out and you try them. You fail, you succeed, and you learn how messy the world is. And you'll learn more by doing that. So every student here gets to do that. We're very proud of that. So I cannot align enough how innovation is sort of absolutely core. In fact, I would just say any university, but U of A in particular, is really a sort of an idea factory. And sure as heck are doing that this weekend. And so our mission in a really sort of in a pithy kind of way is we create and discover new knowledge, and then we share it with people. We share it with students, of course, but we actually share it with society overall. That's what we do every day here. And I want to say in my job, where I do get to see a lot across the whole university, 15,000 employees, I feel your pain, dude. No, it's a whole lot of fun. It's really incredible to be part of a creative place like this, and it's even more incredible to see the kind of vibrancy in an exercise like the hackathon and what you're all doing. So we like to do that. We have a motto here. You might see it when you're walking around. There are 3 phrases in the motto, and the last one is the one that's going to count this weekend. It actually goes bigger questions, better answers, and then bear down. All right, have a great weekend, folks. Thanks so much. We look forward to seeing what you're going to do.
Thank you, Provost Comrie. All right, so the time we've been waiting for tonight, we want our sponsor companies to come up here. If we have any sponsors out in the audience that sent us slides, we're going to have these companies line up on the right here. So starting off, we have Google.
Hey guys, it's awesome to see you all here. We get 1 minute, so I'm going to very quickly go through bring questions, build answers. It kind of follows right along with what the provost was saying. I'm Wesley Kerr. I'm graduated here in 2010 with a PhD. Been at Google now for about 2 years, working on board games like Stuff, and now working on Google Play apps. My partner back there, Logan, he graduated from U of A as well with a BS. He's working on Symphony, which is some back-end development and front-end development within internal apps. So if you have any questions about those sorts of things, feel free to reach out. Just a quick plug that we'll be back in a couple of weeks. So if you don't get any time with us now, look out for our recruiters coming back in another month or so. And then we wanted to talk a little bit about our APIs, but we started out as Google Search. We've grown far larger than that. We now have about 100 different APIs underneath here. I'll post that into the Slack channel. We have free computing on cloud.google.com if you would like to spin up some instances, build some services that people can try out. If you want to build some apps, we've got an Android platform. And lastly, our developer, Chrome. So there you can learn about building extensions that will run on top of Chrome, desktops, and the browser. So with that, I'll hand it off to whoever's next.
Thanks, Rudy. All right, next up, we have Raytheon. Mic, controller.
Welcome, hackers, to the 2nd annual hackathon. We at Raytheon are really excited to support this event and help you on your way to greatness.
This year, we're hosting a really cool drone hacking challenge, and we're giving out awesome prizes.
You'll be recognized for the most creative, innovative, and skillful drone-related solutions, so you can demonstrate drone autonomy, awareness, or even anti-drone utility.
The top 3 teams will be awarded super cool 3D printed trophies.
We're also giving out Wi-Fi controllers for 3rd place winners.
And 2nd place will receive Logitech webcams.
The 1st place team will receive Parrot AR drones.
While you're hacking, make sure you visit the Raytheon booth to learn about the awesome job opportunities we've brought here.
You can also get a jump start on your hacking at our workshops that we'll be hosting all throughout the event.
All right, everybody ready to have happy hacking? All right. Every workshop you attend and attending our booth will grant you 1 ticket to win one of our 80 mini drones that we're giving away.
We've also brought a ton of mentors here to help you out on your hacking. So just look for a logo if you need any guidance.
Good luck and happy hacking.
Thanks, Raytheon. All right, next up, we have Intuit. With David Beard. Give a round of applause.
I'm from Intuit. Not many of you know who we are, but you may some know of our brands. Everyone knows TurboTax, of course. A lot of you probably use Mint. Some of you kind of maybe know QuickBooks. I'm here to talk about QuickBooks. So we have QuickBooks. We have a QuickBooks API. It's an open platform. It all uses the technology stacks you're used to. So it's OAuth, OpenID, RESTful APIs. You can access all of that through the developer site. It's developer.intuit.com. On that, you're going to find the typical stuff you're going to want to need to develop quickly, 15 minutes. You can use a sandbox, API Explorer, SDKs, and main languages, all of you are using. Also help. We have forums, we have a team of people here to help. We have a ticket system, free support if you need support. The other thing we have that nobody else has is we have this great domain, which might be the greatest domain in the history of the internet. So if you build an app that works with QuickBooks Online, you can put it in our app store for free. We don't take a revenue share, and you're going to be able to access the 1.3 million QuickBooks Online small businesses. On average, most apps in our app store are charging about $40 a month in their SaaS service. And the other thing is you can go global and it's free. So our challenge is best use of the QuickBooks Online API. You can win a sweet Chrome backpack full of this stuff. And some people are kind of asking, like, why are we here? Like, it kind of makes no sense. But small businesses are starting to get exposed to the Internet of Things. So I would, if you're building a team, take the Amazon Echo, put that in a shoe store. Instead of that guy going to the back to find those shoes, have that guy just say, Alexis, how many size 7 shoes do we have? That calls the QuickBooks API, comes back and says 7. Or, that's not a good number, so 2 pairs. You better. And that's it. Good luck, everybody.
Thanks, David. All right, next up, we have Cisco. Give a round of applause.
Yeah, you like I'm speaking to this thing? Yes, I can do that. So Cisco, we're a little startup. I don't know, does anybody know what Cisco does? How many hands? Show of hands. Yeah. We are the internet, right? We like the internet. We like wireless. There are 9,000 access points. There are Cisco access points in this campus, so we have awesome walking Wi-Fi. We also do really cool video. A lot of people probably don't know that. How many people knew that we do really cool video? See, nobody. We do cool video. We're going to be showing it in the 3rd floor of the building over the science library. And the main thing you guys care about is this. We love hackathons. Why? Because we love innovation. The other thing we love, because we had a really cool intern last summer. His name was Ian. And I know you've heard about his birthday thing, but take a look at these folks here. Stand up, family. Family is here. We're going to embarrass them. There we go. These are the mom and dad of that man. All right. So what we're bringing here that we're going to have you guys check out is at developer.ciscospark.com. Cisco Spark is an enterprise messaging, video, and meeting platform you can control with APIs that are really cool and easy to use. And the Trovo folks, you can send and receive text messages as well as voice calls on phones. Really cool stuff. You can tell it these things like, say Cisco rocks, and it'll just do it, call and say it. So check those out because we've got 2 prize categories. One is for the best use of those APIs. We're going to have 4 Sphero BB-8s. And the other one is for the most innovative communications hack. What does that mean? I don't know. What have you guys come up with? And you're going to win some Sparky robots for that. So, with that, go hack for the win! Yeah. Oh, 3rd floor, come see us. You guys all saw if you sign up for a Cisco Spark account and send in a message to the Spark for Devs room, then we got 900 pieces of gear over there to go ahead and pick up. So come on, see us.
All right, next up we have SunQuest. They went to SEO. Next up we have Amazon. All right, let's keep them coming. 3rd, USAA. They're here. Let's do it.
Hi guys, my name is Eric and I'm a software developer with USAA. For those who don't know what USAA is, we offer financial services to the military and their family members. Do we have any members here? Awesome, you guys are awesome, you make our jobs very easy. Thank you for being members. So we're here and we're mentoring. It's a huge honor to help you guys prototype this weekend, but we don't have a public-facing API. So we thought about what kind of services and skill sets do we have that we could offer you all to help make your jobs easier as you prototype really cool things. So take a good look, but we're going to be walking around anyway. If there's anything up here that you see that you think might help you out as a skill set or just advice and direction, please do not hesitate to tap us as a resource. Our prize category is most collaborative, which we had a lot of confusing questions on. Technically, everybody's going to be collaborating. So what that looks like for us is, do you have diverse teams? Do you have inexperienced and experienced team members? Do you have different degree paths? Are you creating a prototype of something that's collaborative in nature? And if you are, and you guys are communicating very effectively what your contributions were during judging, then we're going to offer our prize, which is 4 64 gigabyte iPad Airs. So please vie for that prize category. And we do have some internships for the summer and full-time opportunities. So if you guys like playing with drones and 3D printers and Oculus Rifts, then come see us for interns and full-time opportunities, because we have all of that back at USAA. Thank you.
Right on. All right, next up, we have recruiting ventures. Woo! Come on, let's get a round of applause going.
All right, serious question. How many here have either had a job that they hate or know somebody who's had a job? Yeah, a lot of people. Exactly, exactly. All right, you're going to want to listen to our challenge. As you know, at Recruiting Ventures, we dream big. And we believe in creating a world where people love what they do. And so our challenge to you, and we have handouts available, is for you to create a tool. And any tool, we're very open on that, where you can help connect employers with job seekers, and not any job seeker, with the right one. All right, and guess what we're giving out? I have some pretty awesome and super cute, the head stays on, BB-8 droids. I know we have lots of Star Wars fans here. That's also part of our DNA. So every member of the winning team will get their own BB-8 droid. So really excited to see what you guys come up with. And we're all mentors as well. We're wearing our shirts throughout the weekend, so don't hesitate to stop us and ask any questions. We're here to make sure that you're successful throughout this weekend. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, next up we have State Farm. And a really cool drone on stage. Oh, there you go.
That's entertaining enough. We don't even have to do anything. We'll just watch those little guys. Very cool. Well, big welcome to everybody who has come down here for this awesome event. I mean, we're very thankful that we've been able to sponsor this for the second year, be one of many sponsors that are here. So what we wanted to just kind of let everybody know is the prize category, or the prize that we're going to be giving out, are Apple Watches. So the way that you can vie for one of those is to be on a team that creates any app on any wearable device. Doesn't necessarily have to be an Apple Watch. It can be any of the wearables that exist. As we know, there's many of them out there, depending on what your preference may be. One of our developers who is here from our mobile team will actually be doing a tech talk tonight at 9 o'clock on how to create your very first Apple Watch app. So he is really good at what he does, so I encourage you to come out, see what he's doing, and he'll be a mentor that will be here all weekend as well to be able to help you with questions that you may have on anything that's kind of related to the mobile things. But come on out, see what you can do. I'm really looking forward to all the amazing things you guys are going to be able to create.
All right, these next two sponsors are actually at SEL.
Presenting you right there. Welcome, welcome everybody, Wildcats as well. This year we have a couple more details with our transportation hack. We did leave that at $500 cash for the team to split. Please come by and talk to us. We have 2 challenges within this particular hack. The first one, the first time I heard it, it was kind of technical and I lost a lot. So fortunately they brought it down and they distilled it down to this particular sheet that you can get at our booth as well. But having to do with drone fleet, real-time dispatch, and routing incident management. We want to know the best way that we can issue a drone to a traffic incident, collect real-time data, maybe go to a second incident, maybe go to a third incident, bring that drone back, all within the drone specs and what the drone can do. We're looking for the cheapest way to do that, and the best way. The second challenge has to do with data visualization and analytics. We have anonymous data that folks have given us permission to use. Can't tell who it is. We need to know how to best visualize that within the city. Identify some of the things that you're identifying with this visualization is trouble intersections before the body count starts, bad places that folks can go in and fix. Those are the 2 transportation-related challenges. Thanks for coming out, devs, dev support, girlfriends of devs, programmers, boyfriends of devs. Thanks for coming out. Good luck this weekend.
appreciate it. As you know, there's going to be a lot of Red Bull here. On the second floor of SEL, when we go back, there's going to be around 6,000 cans. And there's an asterisk next to that because there's going to be a lot more coming. So let's give a round of applause for Red Bull. Woo! All right, so second to last slide, we are going to announce the, Red Bull. Okay, awesome, perfect timing. All right, so hello, would you like to say something?
Hi, I'm Natalie, and I work for the Wings team. Hi, I'm Alejandra, and I work for the Wings team as well.
Nice to meet both of you. All right, so are these the Red Bull prizes for the weekend? Yeah, that's 30 seconds. Cool.
What's up, guys? So what we're going to be doing this weekend, one of the relatively easier challenges, you guys will have a lot of media that you guys are posting, whether on Twitter, Instagram, whatever it is. So what we're asking you guys to do, so it's simple as if you post a picture on Instagram, we're going to ask you to tag @RedBullAZ, and if you post a tweet, we'll ask you to hashtag Desert Domination. These are our local handles, and we just kind of want to come out and support you guys. So we've made up some nice little trophies, so whoever has the most liked picture on Instagram will get one of the trophies, and then we'll also hook you up with a case of Red Bull, whatever flavor you want. It should be pretty cool. Same thing goes for the most retweeted tweet using hashtag Desert Domination. So it should be pretty cool. I hope you guys enjoy all the Red Bull, and have a good weekend.
So now we're going to announce the winners, the random winners. The first one, we picked a random tweet with hashtag HackArizona during opening ceremony, and the winner receives a bamboo keyboard and mouse combo. Really cool photographers in the room. Woo! Awesome. Who's the winner?
Josh Redpath.
Josh, you got a winner? Awesome. Let's do Price is Right. Come on down. Yeah. Woo! Come on down, Josh. All right, so throughout the whole weekend, if you go to the live site, hackarizona.org/live, at the bottom, we have a lot of social media prizes. So get social. Congratulations, Josh. Price is Right. Woo! All right, the Periscope random winner is
Rachel Noach. I think I'm saying that right.
Raspberry Pi winner! Let's keep the round of applause going. Woo! Have fun. All right, last but not least, we have the winner of the Arduino, and that is on Snapchat, and that, that's a really cool name.
Yeah. K Dizzle or Kimmy D Day.
K-Dizzle in the audience? K-Dizzle? All right, randomly select another one. Let's get a drum roll, please. Drum roll. Oh, another cool Snapchat has the coolest usernames. All right, hit it up.
Fortune Cookie 9.
There's an underscore in between the fortune cookie. Anyone? Back here? Woo! Fortune underscore cookie 9. Sorry, fortune cookie 8. You did not win. All right. All right, winner of the Arduino. Let's get a round of applause. Thank you. It's a very special prize. Thank you. All right, who has heard of MLH? Anyone? A couple people? Every single person? Okay, awesome. Let's give a round of applause for MLH. You got your own. Let's do it. Woo!
How are y'all doing? Okay, I feel like this is kind of cliche here, but that was really weak. Like, really weak. How are you all doing? That's more like it. That's much better. Let's keep it there.
So yeah, I'm from Major League Hacking. I have a bunch of stuff that I'm going to talk about, and it's long and condensed. If you want to see it in an uncondensed, more manageable format, you can just go to that link, bit.ly MLH-Hack Arizona. I'm Shai. I'm the Deputy Commissioner of Major League Hacking. I have the distinct privilege of getting to go to hackathons almost every weekend to help support amazing student hackers like you. I'm totally serious when I say you're amazing. All of you are giving up weekends of partying, 21st birthdays, happy birthday Ian, 21st birthdays, homework, all sorts of stuff to be here and like build amazing things, and that's awesome. But there's a subset of all the amazing people here that we really need to celebrate. So if this is your first hackathon, would you stand up? Let's give these people a huge round of applause. I'm so excited to get to say welcome to the student hackathon community. You've joined a movement that has been profoundly impactful, not just on me, but thousands of students across the globe, so welcome. Who here is this their second hackathon? Third? Fourth? Fifth? Sixth? Seventh? Well, so all you veterans who are coming back, thanks for coming back too. We're really excited to have you here as well. Let's give you all a round of applause as well. And now the last group of people, if you are a Hack Arizona organizer or a Hack Organizer volunteer, stand up. Let's give these people a huge round of applause. So they're going to spend the next 36 hours making it look like organizing hackathons are really easy, but they're really hard to organize. So if you get a free moment, if you see one of those people in the polos or in the blue shirts, make sure to say thank you. That's what makes it better. These are people that have given up hours of their lives, points off their GPAs to make sure that this hackathon happens. So the least you can do is thank them. But yeah, so hackathons are amazing, and they're prolific. Really prolific. We have a ton of hackathons that are part of the league. In 2015, we had 150 events across the globe. I had to truncate Asia because I couldn't zoom in enough to fit it into a square image. I need to go widescreen so I can include Asia in my slides. But there were a ton of events in 2015. And this is our second weekend of events in 2016, and it looks like there's going to be like 210 events this season, which is amazing. And Hack Arizona is one of them. Hack Arizona is a member event, which is awesome. That means they're part of a community, a global community of 80,000 students just like you. By being here, you're earning points for your school. The best way to earn points for your school is to bring your friends. And the school at the end of the season with the most points wins the MLH season. And you get this like weird trophy that's like about as tall as I am, and it has a built-in fog machine and LEDs. Whoever decided to put a fog machine into a trophy was a genius, and that's why he's our CEO. So yeah, last season Rutgers took home the trophy. We announced that like 3 days ago. Is anyone from Rutgers here? Okay, I didn't expect it. It's a little west and south for them, but it could be Arizona next year. I'd love to come to be here, and give you a trophy, a giant trophy that's totally unnecessary and really baldy, but it could happen. So why are we here? Why are we here at this hackathon? There's a ton of swag, like a lot of swag, like really a lot of swag. We brought a ton of swag. We have some cool MLH t-shirts we'll be handing out later. They're pretty slick. But seriously, why are we here? The competition, when it comes to hackathons, isn't that important. That's not why we do hackathons. We're all here to learn something. Whatever project you make this weekend, build it because you want to grow and improve. Whether it be as an engineer or as a person, whether it be trying a language for the first time, or like doing that crazy hack you've always dreamed about but just haven't found the time. Make something cool for the sake of making something cool. I really want to reward everyone here that finishes and makes it to final demos. Even if you're not sure that your project is ready to show up, show it off in demos. We really want to all come together and celebrate the amazing things that you've done. Everyone that shows off a project is going to get one of these cool I demoed stickers. They're like collectibles. You can make a cool like hexagonal grid on your laptop and like show your hacker pride. I'm not sure if you can see my laptop, but it's covered in stickers. Stickers are like the hacker badge of honor, so you want to get as many as you can. They're pretty great. Also, make sure to look after yourself. I love Red Bull, but if this isn't your first weekend, or if you've never had a Red Bull before, this is not the weekend to take 7 in a row. Make sure you go to sleep. It's okay to sleep. No one is gonna think badly of you for like taking a power nap or like actually getting some real rest. Stay hydrated. If you feel unhealthy, let us know so we can make sure that it gets addressed and you're taken care of. Look after yourself and look after your teammates. There's a bunch of cool stuff here at Hack Arizona. My favorite thing about hackathons is that you're at a place where you're surrounded by cool people and really smart people. If you're stuck, you know, whether it be getting that app to compile, getting that website to look quite right, you know, even if it's just installing something and you're having a hard time, just look around and ask the people in your hacking space for help. That's why we're all here. We're all here to help each other. We're all here to support each other. So definitely take advantage of that. It's one thing that I think hackathons have over your dorm room. We've also got some fun things that we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing cup stacking later. We might have a couple other mini events. Stay tuned to the SMS for more details. We've brought a ton of hardware for you. There's a Nest camera that you can like hack on that's going to be streaming. I think the snack room. There's Oculus Rifts. We have a ton of them. We've got Dell computers that we're handing out. Muse headsets, Thalmic Mayos, Leap Motions, Arduinos, Intel Edisons. Bits and bobs for the Intel Edisons and the Arduinos, Spark cores, Pebbles. We just added Pebble times today. We have free domains for you. We have video tutorials if you're looking for a place to get started. And we have tons of educational software, including private repos through GitHub. Hackathons are basically like your birthday. My dream, so I'm going to go home and write a list of things that I want to do by the time I'm 35. I think thing one is to be as happy as that baby. So yeah, we have a ton of hardware. It's totally free for you to check out. Just go to hardware.mlh.io. You can make a request for what hardware you want in the app, and then come to the hardware room. We probably won't be opening it until I get back to the other building, so don't like rush over there. But you can get all the stuff out of the way and request what you want on the app so we can have it ready for you and ready to go when you get to the hardware room. We've also got a couple cool prizes. I have some SparkFun Red boards that I'm giving out for the punniest domain. I really like puns, so the punniest domain, come up and tell me, and I will hook you up if you have the best one. We're going to be throwing in Dell Venue 10s to the grand prize. We're doing a bunch of really cool stuff, and thankfully we're able to do this in part to MLH's own sponsors, Dell and Intel, Domain.com, GitHub, Capital One. I'm going to be serious for one last time. This is the second to last thing, and then I'll let you all go. I want to talk a little bit about the code of conduct. MLH hackathons are safe spaces for everyone. I fundamentally believe that everyone has the right to hack, regardless of who they are, regardless of how much experience they have. When treating each other, make sure to be respectful. Harassment and abuse are never tolerated. If you feel uncomfortable, come find one of us in the organizer t-shirts or the volunteer t-shirts and let us know so we can make sure it's addressed. You can come find me in an MLH t-shirt and we'll make sure whatever issue is happening that we take care of it. If you don't necessarily want to come talk to us in person, we have a few other ways that you can report. We have a phone number that you can call, we have an email that you can call, and we'll make sure whatever's going on gets addressed. You can read our full code of conduct at mlh.io/code of conduct, and all the things that I talked about can be found at that link. Now, last thing before I give up the stage is I would love to take a group selfie. So let's all get up, squeeze in the middle, and take a giant group selfie, because I want to kick up this hackathon with a cool photo. That sound good? Yeah.
delicious food happening at 8, and let's start hacking.